You know, it's hard to be patient. Damn it. I mean, I'm riding around my golf cart here at Fort Clark Springs, and I've read books and took walks and everything else. I'm ready to get on the road, and I got 2 weeks left before I can get on the road. It's kind of like wishing your life away. You know, get in a hurry. Anyway, we're cruising around the fort here for the 10,000th time. Shit. You know, uh, routines can get a little boring. Well, it's not boring. It's a routine. Do I like routines? Yeah, I do sometimes. One routine would be traveling. I'd like that. So, but yeah, we're just cruising around here on the fort and in the golf cart. Old Snowball. Tell you what I did. Two things I'll mention in this video. One is, as you get older, I'm 80. I'm older already. Is your esophagus narrows. Whenever you swallow stuff, tend to you can choke easily, and it's a very common thing. It's not like it only happened. It singled me out. No, it's a very common thing for people over 60, 70 years old because all of that area of your body changes, and it's a little more difficult to swallow food, particularly like steak and chicken breast, that you don't chew or you forget to chew real well. And but what I figured out was after checking on it, get a blender. Drink your meals instead of all that stuff. You know what I mean? Because they talk about put tilting your head down, so everything's lined up when you swallow. Well, you're not going to remember that every bite you take, you know. And so to avoid the whole damn problem, I've got a blender coming tomorrow from Amazon. It's a Hamilton Beach thing, and yeah, I'm just going to start putting my meals in the blender and blending them up to like a puree or whatever you want to call it, and just drinking my meals. That'll cut that crap out. And also, it helps eliminate acid reflux for you people that are suffering with that, because your food is ready to be digested and whatever. Anyway, we're going to have a little wind now apparently. But yeah, that's a good thing to do. Get you a blender and give it a try, because you can do all kind of neat stuff, man. You can throw anything in there. You can throw chicken in there, pork chops, tomato, avocado. Just be as creative as you want to be, and yeah, because it's a healthy. And then also a lot of fruits, veggies, and stuff. Just throw them in there. Like for my evening meal, if I've got a pot of pinto beans cooked, then what I would do is just put in some pinto beans and maybe a couple of chunks of jalapeno if I wanted to, and a little hot sauce of some kind, and just blend it up and make it like a dip, and then eat it with chips, you know what I mean, or something, or just pour it over the chips, melt some cheese on it. But yeah, I'm going to start experimenting with that coming up on Tuesday. Gives me something to do, something to look forward to, you know what I mean, while I'm just burning daylight here. And yeah, how many times have I been through Unit 37? Let me see, about 6,000 times. That's one of the reasons I left this place right here. I owned this place at one time. And the reason I left was because every evening or afternoon or during the day, I'd be wanting to sit out and read a book. And, you're just sitting there on exhibit so the people that going around in golf carts can check you out. It wasn't very private, let me say that. Yeah, this up here, this one up here on the right, it's not for sale, but it's probably the only one on this fort that I'd buy. And it's vacant, but the people come here periodically, and yeah. But yeah, that's a good one right there. Good location, fairly private, you know what I mean. And yeah, and that's about it. There's none others that I'd really be too excited about in here, because they're just wedged in here together like a RV park or a marina. I watch these sailing videos of different people sailing, and or young couples, whatever. And when they go into a marina, that's the same thing as an RV park, only worse. I mean, they jam them in there so close, they got to put a thing between their boats to keep from scraping. Yeah, so you can imagine what kind of noise and crap they hear. Not all the time, but it's like everywhere else. There's always a few that want you to hear their music. And so that's a new RV right here. That's called a Cougar. Woo. Anyway, guys, Fort Clark Springs trying to maintain his sanity until, well, I'm not trying to maintain it. I lost it. Just let it go. Don't try to get it back. Yeah, I'm just cruising around the fort, checking things out. And up here on the right, these people have one of those aircraft hangars, but man, have they expanded. You know, they really got money invested. See, they remodeled. There was an old house there. They completely remodeled that and put in that sitting area outside there. And then right next to it is where they park their motorhome. And yeah, they spent a lot of bucks on that. But anyway, so what? It's life. And let's see, is this? Yeah, this is the one I almost bought right here. Yeah, I could have bought that for $65,000 and didn't. No, that was a good. You can sell it for 100 now, easy. Anyway, enjoy your life, guys. Drink plenty of water. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Use the Amazon link or PayPal, whatever you want to do. If you don't do nothing, that's okay too. Enjoy your life the best way you can. And when you're looking forward to something and it's coming soon, it seems like time almost stands still. You know what I mean? Like now it stops. You know what I mean? But anyway, we're good to go. We're just excited. That's all, like a kid in the candy store. So enjoy your life. Stand guard at the door of your mind. And yeah, you're going to get a lot of videos like this, guys. Adios. Bye-bye.